That's the day, the time, AM. Gonna clarify some things today, and I'm gonna be as calm as I can be. Anyway, this is what I have. I don't know what it is. This rim has been stripped. The chrome and the nickel is all gone. This rim cost me 500 bucks. It cost me $100 to have it stripped. I try to polish this out right here. It don't polish. There's like a coating. I don't know if this would be an etch that they put on it for the chrome to stick. I'm not sure. But I have to sand all this with 400 wet sand. In order to get it shiny, or any imperfections out of it, them scratches, you gotta probably gonna have to jump to 600 to 1500, 2000. Anyway, got a few questions, and then I'm gonna say what I want to say. On these edges, I was told by a wise man that you have to etch this in order to get paint to stick. Okay, so I etch it, then I put primer, then I put paint here. What I'm concerned with is right at that edge right here, where the paint stops, and the polished aluminum, I'm scared that edge will lift. I'm not sure what to do, because it's hard enough to sand all this. But the sand down in here and all these nooks and crannies, it's a nightmare. Anyway, Dave, there's your box. It'll be shipped out Monday. I believe this is a capacitor. I don't know what numbers I should. Is that what number I need to look up? As far as, I'm not sure, or is it 200? Because I believe the capacitor's bad, because the person had told me to get this motor to start for my drill press. I got my brushes today. No, I'm sorry, yesterday. They are a lot longer. Hopefully that'll work. They're only $4 for the brushes and $3 to ship it. But I'm not complaining. Hopefully it'll work. Let me tell you a true story. What I know. I own these words. In this town, in Michigan, this is how it is. This is why I get upset about people talk about a body shop. I don't know about any other state. I know about this state. It's a real sore subject with me because I've been in a situation hopefully I won't skip over parts because my mind works different. I don't know if my mouth is faster than my mind faster than my mouth, I don't know. Anyway, 4 years ago, roughly, I dropped $5,771.11 I lost. I bought a body shop called DC Collision. This body shop was established for 10 years. It closed. It stayed abandoned. Nothing else moved in. I thought it was grandfathered in as a body shop. It had a spray booth made, and they got away with it. Anyway, when I bought it, the fire marshal told me that I had to have explosion-proof light casings. I had to have a fire suppressant foam system. I had to run new duct work in to pull air from the outside. And I think this was in 2011. The way I understand it, if that body shop would have stayed open and I bought it, it would have been good. But because it closed and stayed vacant and I bought it, put a 10% deposit down, that the rules changed. So I bought it in 2011. As of in Michigan, everything has to be updated to 2011. That means the lights in there was no good, their fire suppressant wasn't good enough, and their duct system wasn't good enough. That was a lot of money. I didn't anticipate that. I learned the hard way. So I lost that money. My boss, I didn't do enough research. But I've been down the road to try to get a real shop. This is why it's a sore subject with me. I know in Michigan, you have to have a fire suppressant foam system. You have to have explosion-proof lights. You have to have a tax ID. You have to do your taxes every 3 months. You have to put a box outside your building with a key in it so the fire marshal can come and inspect your building at will. You have to pay for your chemical waste. In order in this town to put body shop or paint shop on the outside of the building, you have to be legit Johnny. Now, I see guys do it. And I'm not hating, I'm just stating. I know how they do it. I'm not willing to take the risk. My point being, a lot of car lots around here, they have a license for a car lot. It's a front business. What I mean by a front business is, excuse me, they're doing body work and paint in the back. They don't have a license for it. I've been in these facilities. They don't have a legit paint booth. They don't. I'm not mad at them. So be it. Here's another way in this state how you get around it. If you put auto refinishing on outside your building, you refinish metal. But you can't put body shop, paint shop on the outside of your building without getting red flagged. That is the plain and simple truth. Anybody that tells you different is bullshit. I've been down this road. So in this town, in order to have a legit body shop, you have to go through all these steps to be able to put that sign out there. Something creations, that doesn't mean you're a body shop, and that doesn't mean you're doing it legit. In this town, there is a difference. But I need to be more like Milo. Milo made a comment about, basically Milo's a day older than me, I think. He's been through this. He's farther along in life than I am, as far as wisdom. He doesn't let things upset him. I need to be more like that. Just don't like, if you put out information out there, you might be doing it in all good intent. But somebody that doesn't know better might think or take it for the gospel truth. In this town, it's really hard to have a body shop. Just like in this town, you could put metal refinishing on your building and do chrome plating. But you cannot put chrome plating on the outside of your building unless you're legit Johnny. I know guys chrome plate around here. I'm not hating on them. It's a front. And what I mean by a front, it's not a bad word, it's not a good word. They're finding a way to make a living. Because to do chrome plating, the EPA comes right in. They shut a lot of shops down doing chrome plating, big shops. Because they weren't doing and getting rid of the chemicals and the process and the filtering system. People still do it. All it takes is one person to narc you out. Would I narc somebody out? No. That's not my business. I'm just saying there's a way around it. But to call yourself a fucking body shop or a paint shop in this town, it's apples and oranges. Don't get it confused. You can't call a doghouse a body shop in this town. Here's another way they do it. Auto mechanics. They put a sign out. They do mechanics. And then in the back, they do body work. It's not legit. I'm not saying nothing against it. But I'm saying right is right, wrong is wrong. Black is black, white is white. Gray is in the fucking middle riding the fence. I ain't here to fucking argue no more. I guess I should have took V.W. Darren's advice. He had said in a video a couple days ago, it's best to wait 2 days before you respond to a comment. Because sometimes after 2 days, you wish you wouldn't have said what you said. I stand by what I say. Maybe I shouldn't say it. It's better to keep it to myself at times. Because sometimes I go out there, I'm out in fucking Twilight Zone. I know that. I'm a different kind of cat. I know. I just like things to be clear. That's all. Oh, I wanted to clarify one more thing. I know I talk fast. I know I don't say everything I'm thinking. Why? I don't know. It's the way my mind spins. It's like a lightning fucking storm in my head. Sometimes it shed triggers. Sometimes it don't. Just the way it is. I've done and watched enough on ADHD. You know, I'm not using it as an excuse. It's just a fact. When you take that into consideration, maybe you understand. Anyway, I would rather build something with my hands and it turns out to be a piece of shit, just my opinion, than to go buy something. I'll give you an example. I made this seat. I'm not really happy with it. Yes, I sewed it. I don't have a sewing machine with a walking foot. A walking foot in the back. I think Greg Porter's got it. It lifts up and pulls. I don't have that. I need to get one. My point being, see how you got the bumps and lumps? This is 5 years ago. This isn't the caliber I want. My point being, I'm not going to take that seat and bolt it on. what I would do is start with that and modify it if I can. This is what I've learned. It's just my world, and some people just don't understand. And that's okay. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's not indifferent. I got an S10 truck. I did all the work on it. But, I hate the word but. I did all the work on it. Painted it, did the body work. But I didn't do the airbrushing, the shadowing. So, for example, if I'm somewhere and somebody sees my truck and they say, who did that? In my mind, I can't say I did it. This is what I have to say because in my world this is right. I did it all but the black shadowing. And I don't like saying that. I want to be able to say I did it all. That's why I won't go buy a seat. I'm not saying it's wrong. Maybe some people have more money than time, because time is very valuable. It's just something, I feel I got to make everything. I feel if somebody else made it, I should be able to make it. But then I got to take in consideration, they got a lot of experience and years doing it. And when I make stuff, I think I should be as good as them. And I'm not, because I don't have experience. I'm my worst own enemy. Nobody has to tell me my shit sucks. How do you think it sucks, okay? It's like when this bike is all done and I do the best of my ability, the moment it gets done, this is what happens. I look at it and I see all the flaws and I see what I could have done or should have done, but I didn't know any better at the time. That's what sucks. It is what it is. Just hogging. I'm curious, and I don't know how to even search it, is when a person takes metal and weld it, what is the kit called that I see that they pour a foam or something to make their seat from scratch? What is that called? Are some kits better than others? Because I really would like gel in it. Gel is very pricey. I priced some gel for a seat. But I believe on this bike, I know on this bike, I rode this bike, it's a ridge, means no shocks in the back. And it's got a 57 degree rake, 50 in the neck, 7 in the tree. On a normal bike, the shocks go up and down. On this bike, it's on a severe degree that the forks go like this. They bow. So there is no shock on it, really, when it comes right down to it, because the sweet spot is gone. Anybody knows anything about the chop, the sweet spot is that. That's how you measure it. I learned that from Denver choppers. I called the man Mondo years ago. I am out of the sweet spot. It is what it is. I've learned to be able to handle it. But anyway, I cleared that up. Pretty much done. Gonna move on with my day. This rim has turned into a nightmare. I guess words of wisdom is, when you buy something chrome, I'm not saying if it's not made in America, it's junk. I'm not saying that. How can you tell good chrome from bad chrome? Me, I can't tell. But this turned into a nightmare. I got $600 on this rim, and I got a good 2 days to be sanding and polishing. There isn't too many blocks you can use on it. And this is the bad thing. I tried to run a DA on this. And this is what I didn't realize. When I run a DA on it, I'll be running 320, which is kind of aggressive. But you know, anything lighter doesn't take it off quick enough. The DA will ride on that high spot and that high spot. So basically what you're doing is sanding down aluminum before you even get to the center. And I don't want to take that much material off. And you go through sandpaper, so I've been doing it by hand. I can't fathom doing down in here. I guess either you man up or give up. I want to give up. I guess I'll man up. Peace of mind, peace of oneself, peace on earth, rest in peace, bigger piece of pie, piece of action, piece of pussy, piece of corn dog, piece of pizza, tater tot. When the big dogs get all done eating, even the puppies get a piece of something, motherfucker. Get a piece of something, motherfucker. I want a bigger garage so bad I can taste it. And that's what I've been fighting in my head. It's not gonna happen. And when you realize you want something so bad and you know it's not gonna happen, it's disheartening. It's just life. Yeah, people might say it could happen, okay. I'm almost 50. I'm on a downward spiral. My neck and shoulder and back fucking hurt, period. So how many good years do I got left? You know, I got sidetracked. Hindsight is 20/20. If I had to do it all over again, I'd rather not have any of these toys. I'd just rather have a big garage. Garage can never be too big. But this too will be just a passing memory. Life is life. It is what it is. Shit happens for a reason sometimes. Why? I don't know. And street corner philosopher makes me chuckle. Maybe, maybe not. I'm just a mere man and I'm way the fuck out there at times. I'm out of the ballpark, across the street at 7-Eleven, eating a Hot Pocket with Elvis. Yeah, I'm way the fuck out there sometimes. Yeah. Different strokes for different folks. I think I've bored you enough. I'm gonna try to be calm from here on out. Probably not gonna happen. You gotta take the good times with the bad times. You gotta look at the core of the person. People always make mistakes. I'm right there first in line. But if you don't stand up for what you believe, what do you stand for? That's all. Piece of something, motherfucker.